One of the arguments that the proponents of the traditional view of hell, which is, eternal conscious torment, is that some people who take the minority approach say that God, it's not part of God's nature to send someone to hell for an eternity for sins that were committed, in a 70-year lifespan or something like that. They say it's outside of God's character to do that. And the proponents of the traditional view push back and say, well, you can't make your judgments based on what you think God would do, or what your view of God is, or what you think is fair or not fair. And that's a valid pushback. But what I've seen on the other side of it with the proponents of the traditional view is that they say, well, if you take the view that hell is eternal, that sounds a lot worse. And so, people that think that hell's not eternal might not be scared enough. So we have to take the position that hell is eternal, torment and fire, so that people are scared enough to want to avoid that. And that's not hyperbole. I've actually heard that said, and I don't want to try to quote or link the videos because there's a bunch of them that I've seen. I've heard that in my own experiences, but I've also seen a lot of videos lately. And so I think both sides need to be very cautious to use the emotional argument in regards to hell. One thing we need to focus on is that Jesus spoke of eternal punishment, not necessarily the length of time that the punishment endures, but that the punishment is final. That is indisputable, that there is a hell and that it is eternal punishment. Now, what all else takes place is obviously what's up for debate, but the question is not whether God is merciful or just, and the question is not whether or not hell lasts forever or hell lasts for 10 minutes. Because I can assure you, nobody would choose to burn in this life. Nobody would choose to burn alive for 10 minutes or 10 hours or 10 days or 10 weeks. No sane person would do that. So to me, the argument that it's got to be eternal for it to be severe enough for people to avoid, I think that's a very poor argument.